Greetings, Earth, back with another video. Gonna try to open your eyes one more time against Brazilian TV and fake parenting, fake strangers that are monitoring each and every one inside their homes, indoor, I would say. The police is fake and phony. The police is prepared and positioned themselves with motorcycles, cars, trucks, big trucks, tractors, and every kind of toys that they rob and they steal from society to position themselves against youth and generations that were stole like mine. I myself, I've been through what you've been through. I hope you are smart enough to understand that the people that are attacking me are trying to make me look bad for you so that I never get the help, which I doubted I would ever get help anyways, but I can lose my faith, can lose my hope, but that's what they want. There's a lot of two-mans, there's a lot of gay men, a lot of bisexuals. They're all now in construction. They communicate with each other with a random, like we call repercussion. It's when they open their thoughts with each other and they communicate through the mind, and then they make this communication exclusive only for criminals and people, crooked cops, crooked family, and all the corrupted people around us. These people, they want to cook me. They want to cook my youth until I get really old so that I can crack the books of my uncle, which is dead, he already died. So from the resumes, the acknowledgments that I make onto whatever I read, society cracks the lines of my thoughts, and then they create the things that I could create, the things that I don't create because I lack the people and I lack the cash. Meanwhile, my family, my very family, they oppose against me. They position themselves against me. They keep me with a little food, and they all know that what the country done and do to me, it's illegal, it's a crime. They keep me into a jail home, a jail house. Siblings show me that they are very jealous and very envy of me, like, you know, the lucky things that I had in life, the opportunities, the envy there. And I have siblings that they are working against me. I don't acknowledge that because it's very sad to really believe that that's true, but I pretend it's not happening because someday I know these people will go away. I had chances to fight back, but I don't want because I care for their lives and for their securities. I don't think it's the right choice to wish someone death because they're attacking you. I think you have to pray and wait until they will realize that you will not do the same to them. So anyways, I think evil, that's what evil wants to do. Evil implement people inside our homes to make us fight with each other, and then evil can focus on different things, and then we can fight each other. Excuse me. That's why I think that evil introduce attacks through the food to the people. Evil first attack people through the food, which with bad food, which will bring disease. Then evil focus almost like 80% into medication. Afro-descendants and ghetto nasty project of human beings, they're like the key number one of all the threats and all the yappers out there. They're like that. If there is an intellectual man, that if you can create a word to describe this nasty gathering of organized crime, ghetto and Afro-descendants that they drive back and forth up and down the streets yapping, he developed a way of a venom. The way he does is he attacks us through our cortex. He developed like a real gay, nasty, not a gay in a feminine way, but in a gay as like illegal, as wrong way of attacking other human beings. He attacks us with constantly threats, constantly mocking, constantly childish yappings from outside of the streets. He destroyed our financial independence so that we have to depend on someone, like especially our mothers. Then he threats our mothers to push them around in the streets or even attack them even worse if they don't do what they order them to do. by thought expression, by express orders from their thoughts, straight from their thoughts to our mothers. Then our mothers get scared because they don't know what the hell is going on, and they do not want to know. They only follow orders either from the TV or from ghetto outside that it's holding the like outsources construction and all the BS warehouses that they keep hitting something all day long to try to get you to communicate with them mentally. Ghetto Afro-descendants and criminals and crooked cops, they want you to be communicating with them 24/7 with your mind. If you do not, if you shut yourself off in a silence, they will create BS like coronavirus, COVID-19. They will create many things with fake news. Rede Globo, Brazilian TV, they want to claim the world. There is like a really powerful satanic prostitute women, talking machine women, running the Brazilian TV, and these people are claiming the globe. They're not claiming just you and me and our homes. They already have that. They already own that. These people, they try to buy our house and push us away. They manipulate our family and our mothers, especially, to stay analphabet and not to think for themselves. They make our parents stay analphabets and to stay into their holes and never like face like the troubles that we are going through. Children are being mocked, children are being raped, children are being molested. In the United States, people are fucking 10 years old girls with 11 years old, they're porn stars. Am I jealous? Hell yeah, I am jealous, but I wouldn't do this young. I would do maybe 16 up. And there in the United States, 16 is still crime. It's like 18 up, still 18, they're already gonna look at you like, oh wow, you're a freak, you like young women. Imagine 10 years old. When you go online and if you search for porn women, you put their little angels, you will find girls with 10 years old, fucking adult men, cops, crooked cops, men that are just like, they're fucking everything that moves. They put two guys in a van and they go outside and they offer women in the street $1,000 just to destroy your marriage, just to break you apart, because United States and Brazil, they do not want to see you happy. They do not want to see you have family or children. Church is corrupted, church is fake, Brazilian police is fake, schools are fake. Schools now, they have a stereotype, they put an Afro-descendant there. This guy do boxing or he does some martial arts shit. Then he's watching outside, and also they put a lot of lawyers around this Afro-descendant guy, which they all are one guy, Will Smith or up. There's always one intellectual man, Afro-descendant, headed somewhere, because eventually in the future, when we all die, I believe Africa will try to take over the entire planet. He's gonna have a hard time to eliminate Asians, but as they don't have they don't have any problems throwing bombs and destroying like a Hiroshima bomb in one country. Why they won't change their clothes to change their minds to destroy the whole entire country. I think that's exactly why they put one Afro-descendant and they spread Africa theory of DNAs throughout the world. Am I racist? I'm not. Do they bother me? I really don't. They don't bother me. We actually interact with each other really fine. We can have politics, men politicians with each other. But the problem is when we put a woman into it, they do not have the principle of respecting our woman, and they always will bring it up, swing in conversation, the menage a trois and all this nasty things that they might do in their jungles out there that they want to implement in our families, in our surroundings. It's a very sad thing to do, because Afro-descendants, they're very talented, they're very fun to be around, they are very nice, they're very smart, but the problem is that people, they don't respect other people's space. They are sweet. Sometimes they act like our family, the family that we don't have. They act as the brothers that we don't have. But it's everything, all the problems in Earth is Afro-descendants' fault? No. There's more people that bring problems into Earth. I'm just telling you that they are like the main ones. I just think it's funny. Every time I study environment, the ghosts come out. And then it's like, I'm someone really important because they don't want me to study. They really don't want me to study. They want me to stay where I am. Every book I read, they spoil the material through internet and TV. There's older women that this woman's gonna be like really ugly at the time when I start shine again. And so these women are wasting other people's time by talking. They're talking like from their elbows. They are just like, oh, I have to talk. I have to talk about. If you do cooking, if you start doing cooking, they all become cookers. They all start cooking. If you do fashion, everyone becomes fashion again. So they want to hold people's attention. They are claiming our free will. The TV, I claim TV, our families, our fake friends, all the people, they're claiming our free will. They do not want to allow us to do whatever we want to do. If you start wearing a suit, I'm thinking of starting wearing the suits again and become a tailor. What the TV does, they put everyone against me so that I will have no clients for my suit. If I start doing anything I do, they will boycott my business. They are paying little money for people to give us a little hopes. They go into our networks and ask us, how much is this, how much is that, to give you hope that you are selling anything, but you're really not. The Amazon, they're the main thing right now. You see, FedEx doesn't exist anymore. I remember we used to hold like a lot of money through FedEx, a lot of money through Office Depot, Corporate Express, Velocity. Brazilians, they're not allowing us to build the office for our own. They have like a human conscious and subconscious offices heading everywhere. So right now, let's say I'm talking to you online. Even though you're not interacting with me, you're not giving likes, you're not sharing my video, you're not helping me to evolve. But let's say you send me a thought suggestion of a business. Let's say you're like, oh, why don't you become like a tailor, make a website, become a tailor. So, oh yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, this thought came from somewhere. So I got this idea. Okay, this is Eureka, I'm gonna be a tailor. So once you acknowledge that thought, and then once you agree and you say, yes, I'm set, and then you give the agreement in your head, telling your brain that you will do, then the Office of Consulting office, in legal consulting offices, it's out there tracking the lines of your thoughts. They're already doing it. They already have it done. They will put an ad in a list of their emails. I need the best tailor out there. In a matter of like seconds, the guy will call them, the organized crime in the world, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, whatever they hit, or San Francisco, California, whatever. And then the guy show, okay, I'm here. And they're like, okay, I want you to watch this guy. They give them the memo of my life. This guy reads, oh, he had a wife. His wife was named this and this and that. Okay, I can always piss him off. I always keep repeating 24/7 her names, because that's what they do. They keep repeating my ex-wife's name on my head. They even say that she's having an affair with my brother. They say that she's having an affair with multiple of my older friends. Tough shit. I don't give a fuck. That's really like whatever. Then what they do, they tell the person, okay, so now you have to piss this guy's off. His memo of the articles of his life. That's what he does. This is his weakness. This is what you can hit him with. No one takes his sides. No one defend him. So you're free to do whatever you want. That's what they do. So once I start doing it, this guy is watching me already there. Where I'm trying to get, he's already there. Then when I realize, some bird or some angel through TV or through God tells me, oh, there is already someone doing it and he's watching you, which is called, this project is called To Look Within. They get a puppet, they get an aim person that they separate from society, destroy the person's society, social life, destroy the person's friendship with police and his own environment, so that no one defends him. Everyone will be like, oh yeah, we like fuck him up. We like, that's what they do. Then they will start doing what they do. Then once the angel or the bird tells you, or even like a child, sometimes children are very nice. We don't want to tell them, because otherwise their parents will beat them to death, because they really do. There is no law in Brazil like in the United States that will protect children from aggressions from their parents, or the way adults treat children, even their very mild mothers. house. They leave children by themselves and they go to work. They do whatever they want in Brazil. There's no law here. So then, once the bird tells you, or TV let it slipped off, and then they say, oh, there's someone already doing what you do. So you're like, okay, so when you make a research and you realize the person is not doing because they want to do it, because they're like, it's because they're copying you and they're waiting to extract from you the things that they take for granted, or the things that they do not know, or the things that they do not appreciate. Then if you, like myself, you're going to drop it. I'm like, okay, I got to do something that someone already doing it. So it's going to, especially from Hollywood, it's going to be the worst competition for me. So you drop it. You're like, I don't want to do it anymore. Then you go like, okay, I'm going to be a coding. I'm going to start coding like myself. I'm going to do coding. So I start coding. When I'm coding, the code companies are only coding the things of my childhood. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe. So now coding is on the internet, the entire internet. They're putting codes of what Brazilians done against me when I was a child. But since I was a child, Brazilians have been trying to break into my masculinity and my sex orientation. They take over my body. They put children around me. They use family. They use my very brother to try to flirt with me in some satanic, evil, gay way. They use sisters. They use even like a prototypes of fake marriage, all types of evil human beings to try to break into my masculinity. They make bets, they lose, they even get killed, they get murdered. All these people that is getting murdered right now, they're saying that they are dying from coronavirus. Probably is not, because there's a bet of homosexuality bet. I think there is. I remember one time I was running in downtown my city. I saw a big ad saying something about a bank that we're going to still continue the same way as always forever. Because, these people are betting on man masculinity. Because if you're a real man, you have to reach out to a certain point of your life. If you look at our like our ancestors, you will see his mustache is different than mine. He's bigger. His head is bigger. He has a Ferrari sitting in his garage at his 16 years old. He has like an airplane sitting in his backyard when he's 18. Why? Because back in the day, they lived it. They exist. They coexist. They were doing things. Then they're like, no, not everyone can be that way. Now, I'm not getting the vitamins that I'm supposed to get. I'm not getting the nutrients. Now for a person like myself to get our basic needs, you have to either kill, become a murderer, or become like a criminal, or something worse. You're not going to make it if you just, like myself, I'm waiting on faith. And for me, it really doesn't make sense. I'm waiting on faith, and there's no really, sometimes there is a sign from God. God speaks very like I'm going to wait for you to dare me, and then I show up, then I show you, I prove you that I exist. It's like God, it's a mystery. For me, I see him as an old man, really old man, with a friend, clone of him, exact same thing. They think alike, they have the same features. And he sits at Israel. And he's there, he has different way of thinking. He thinks and he judges the world in the way he thinks, the way he sees life, the way he thinks life should be. He doesn't consider that some other people might not have the same thoughts as his, because they never experienced what he experienced, or lived, or saw, or know, or read what he read. He really don't consider that, for example, in my case, I grew up around ghetto and really like a criminal state of mind people. Then I have to be like a snake in order to stay alive around this like project of nation of mine. He doesn't understand that. He thinks I just can get a ticket, get to the airport, and move away, and then just carry on with my life. It doesn't work that way in Brazil. In Brazil, as long as you under Brazilian law, whatever you get, Afro-descendants, they have eyes on it, and then they pass the information throughout each other, and then the information gets to the talking machine, low life, no good women that will talk from their elbows and will tell everyone. So once you have no more secrets. Once you have no surprise, you can make a surprise. You can buy, if you go outside and try to buy flowers for your mother, once the flowers, she already know because the TV already told her, and somehow she's living this cold illusion of she doesn't take care of her body. She doesn't have a man inside her house. She doesn't live love or anything. She only live in this TV like fake life that they have love in the TV, they have everything perfect in TV, but in her life they don't allow her to have. She doesn't realize that. She doesn't make anything about it. There's no happy anymore. There's no barbecue around us anymore. There's no friendship. There's no respect towards each other, men or men, women, or things like that. They are trying to break that into me because they want to open up. Men call there's words for that, but men are trying to break the principle on me so that they can be pushing me to travel to United States, so they can travel through me in my mind, so that they can look within me with the things that they are curious about United States, instead of doing the old school thing. Go to a travel agent, pay for a trip, go live their own experience, rent a room in a hotel, or go through the struggles of hostels and dealing with teenagers and stupid men that are low lives just sitting out there looking for trouble. They don't do that. They want to look at the world through me and travel for free. The police know, our family know, the world know. People are becoming parasites. They rent close and around us, and they wait for guys like me. Like, let's see what this guy is going to set his life for. Once I start setting my life, the ghetto place guys around me and start doing exactly things that I was going to do. So I have to move on. So I waste maybe 40, 30 years just moving around, because the nasty organized crime of my country don't allow me to really, blend in. That's the reality that I'm trying to tell you. So take care. I hope you watch out for TV prostitutes. Fatima Bernardes, for me, you're a prostitute. For me, you know model of life. You have no rights to talk. You talk in a double meaning towards me. I can hear it. I think you're a prostitute. Most of you are women from Brazil and TV, you're all prostitutes. You mind our business. You try to put fingers on us. You try to manipulate our mothers, our houses. That's why you destroyed my life in the United States. You're destroying right now because you want to see me as a homeless. You use my very brother against me. It's a very corrupted man. It's very sad, but it's true. You destroyed everything that I believed, everything that I loved. You destroyed a beautiful relationship between me and children. You destroyed my relationship with teenagers. I always had a crush on lesbians, but I never crossed the line. I respect them. They respect me. We have an awesome relationship. Them there, I'm here. You're all full of shit. You destroyed my human rights. I have human rights. I'm supposed to have a human rights. You put puppets and organized crime, nasty man. You're a man from Brazil. You gay, you bisexual. You either in a big trucks, minding people's business, singing into their bottoms because you don't have talents. So in order to call the ibops from the other people, you have to send your nasty energy against people's bottom. You are trying to understand what lecture is or what lectures is supposed to be, but you do not know because you don't have the roots that Americans have, and so you are trying to figure out who you are. You're just a gypsy. You are like a farmer full of toys that you stole from society, or you got a lot of money from making like a stupid, evil, nasty prostitutes and drugs, music, or events. Now you all sitting in your stupid small apartments as an evil cell of fake Christianities, planning how to murder others or how to incriminate men. You all fat ass and lazy.